Welcome back to Get With The Programming. I'm Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me is Bill Grundler.
Wolverine.
And we have Mr. John Young, who one day will be a dad.
We're talking missionary. We're talking missionary.
Solid.
We're talking when I'm on top and she's on her back.
That's how it happens, folks. I don't know what to...
Savon appreciates that, Chase, more than anybody else.
I did, and when that may have popped up earlier in a text, I go, I know exactly the soundbite I'm going to pull for John today. Just try to see how uncomfortable I can make everybody.
John, do you even get uncomfortable with all the things that are said around?
I'd be a very depressed man if I got uncomfortable with how many things people try to make fun of me for.
Yeah,
I'm not even making fun. It's just a very colorful landscape of our locker room. You know what I mean?
It's very hard for me to get embarrassed. I will get way more annoyed than embarrassed.
That's fair. That's fair. We are back. Me and Bill, I guess we need to coordinate our vacations from now on because I took about a week vacation and then I got back and then Bill took a week vacation and we've basically been gone for about 2 weeks.
I know.
Which is horrible for the algorithm,
we thought we were kind of setting it up because we were talking about some time. You're like, oh, I'm out that same time too. And then all of a sudden you hit me back. Okay, so we're going to do this day and this day. And I'm like, dude,
I thought we were on at the same time.
I'm not around.
No.
So.
I thought we were gone at the same time. But we're back. We got a big week. We're going through the rookie classes for the men this week, which I think will be much harder than the women. More of just, I don't know why.
They're better.
Well, they're better earlier.
In the early years. In the early years.
They're
calm down, everybody.
Yeah, we don't have an easy 4 like right off the bat. I don't think like we did. It's like, all right, pick the solos and then the 2010 and 8. But
work from the top down.
It'll be I think it'll be super fun. And then Wednesday, we're basically doing a predict the programming show of a lot of announcements that have come out with little details nobody knows about. We know that Farrington Field on Friday night is going to have a sprint and a mile, but then they announced a Happy Star sandbag, which may be a part of the sprint or the mile. We're not sure. That Dave hinted that a new movement to the CrossFit Games, which to me hints that it's been around in either open semis, regionals, or just he thinks it's an old school movement. And what is the run swim going to look like? And then the team event just got announced and we don't know what that's going to be either. So as we like to do is we're going to just speculate like the best of them of what these could possibly look like. That will be Wednesday. And then Friday, CrossFit Jeopardy comes back. Finally. So it is a big week. Do you want to be on that show?
I don't know. I have to see what I'm doing.
Okay.
But if I'm not doing anything, sure.
Yes.
Tired of Casey mopping it up.
Yes. I think this will be episode 7. We have 10 total leading into the CrossFit Games. And then we've got some other plans later as the year goes on. For example, if you guys have been watching social media, the Tier Cup for Wadapalooza SoCal, there's a lot of announcements for athletes that are coming out. Bill and I will be breaking the workout announcements.
I'm so sorry about that.
Later of August.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So we'll be partnering with the Tier Cup and Wadapalooza SoCal, and we will be basically unveiling each event on a solo show. The goal is to get a couple of the athletes on each side, announce the workout here live, round table it, strategize with it, maybe have them talk some trash, see what athletes they think is better and what not. And we'll do that for all the events that they have programmed. So
do you know the workouts beforehand?
We won't know them until like the day of. So we'll have a fresh set of opinions and eyes when it comes out.
I wonder if you'd have time for like me or Hiller or Taylor to go to do the workout and video it, and then you announce it, and then we can talk over the video of how they'll do it.
Or you can just do it live, and we'll just.
Or you can do it live, sure.
We'll just do what we did while we started the show. Is we'll just broadcast you doing the workout.
Sure. That'll work. All right, John. You want to swim 300 meters and then
find a pool immediately. Speaking of pools, I boldly embarrassed myself on Kill Taylor last week. That was exciting.
I think that was great that you.
I thought you did great for the 3 minutes that you were on.
Thank you. Yes, it was nice. And then the 5 seconds over the next half hour, I would come in and come off of my knees, my toes, and the chin are like scraped raw from the pool deck.
I'm
That's
pretty
crazy.
sure your swim pace was faster than Taylor's.
Yes, it was. And if it not had been, then I would probably just quit.
I think that's one of the.
But my
That's
burpee
what-
pace
that's what
was
made it
well
so-
off.
Well, that's what made it so hard for you, though, because like you are a swimmer, so you're supposed to be fast on the swim. So of
Right.
course you're gonna go. I mean, come on, man, you're not gonna get big dog on the swim,
No, and
which puts you into a deficit for the burp. On the burpee.
yeah,
which
well,
that
that's why
sucks.
when I first saw it, I had the same reaction of Lazar. I was like, oh, there's not enough swimming. But then I was like, well, you don't want swimmers to just walk off the street and win this.
There were a
event.
lot that tried. There were a
Yeah.
lot of swimmer body people. Like,
And I believe like the way Taylor programmed that was actually perfect.
Yeah.
Like the burpees have to be the big centerpiece with swimming. And the way he put it together where like if I were to walk off the street and win a Kill Taylor event because of swimming, which I don't do anymore, like that would be too biased to a specialist. And that wasn't the case. So I actually thought it was a really awesome program day. But that was the first and last day. I'll try Kill Taylor thing.
and props to Matthias, the Navy swimmer. Like
Dude. He killed it.
He murdered it.
Yeah.
Taylor. He
I was
murdered
sitting
Taylor.
like in queue and like
Yeah.
watching it happen. I was like, dang. And then my video popped up. I'm like, oh, I got to go after this guy. But let's get to what we're here for. And there have been, we're going from 2007 to 2022. We're going to look at the men's rookie class from every year, and then we will rank them. We'll section them in tiers, and then we'll rank them on the podium. We did the same thing for the women 2 weeks ago. And a couple of things here. If we left someone off for some random reason, we're sorry. We tried our best. Barkley absolutely gave me the spreadsheet of Valhalla by putting this all together, and then I got to put it together for this so you guys could see it. But we have a stipulation of you're not going to make the rookie list if you didn't compete at the games at least 2 years. We have some stats in there, take it or leave it. It's more visual than anything, but it has the average career for the rookie class, how many years they competed as a class, and their average finish place over the length of that career with all of them combined. And then and the rest is really just subjective, which I think we have a beautiful blend of opinions here. I'm a pretty highly opinioned person. If you guys don't know, the secret's out. John happens to be a very highly opinionated,
Very shy guy.
and Bill
very
is
shy.
a nice, just low key guy right down the middle to split the difference between the two of us.
I'll say my part when I need to say my part.
Yeah, when Bill speaks, everybody listens.
There you go.
But we'll go year to year. We're stopping at 22 because 23 only had 1 year. They don't get a repeat. And then we do have superlatives at the end, but then we'll do a massive combo to see what the greatest rookie class of all time, including the men and the women combined, at the CrossFit Games. Gentlemen, are we ready to embark?
Let's go.
Let's get after
All right. Starting with 2007. Brandon Banks, Brendan Gilliam, Brent Oakson, Connor Banks, Jacob Tipskin, John Murphy, Mike Hom, Steve Serrano, Russell Green, Dale Sarin, Connor Martin, which was the
Wow.
original CrossFit kid,
Yeah.
Brett Marshall, who has a missing finger and invented butterfly pull-ups while he did it, Freddie Camacho, Breck Berry, Peter Edged, Jeremy Teal, Josh Everett, James Fitzgerald, and Chris Spieler. This rookie class had 19 athletes. Their average career was 2.7 years with an average finish place of 23.7. Now, compare that to the women last year. It was only Jolie Gentry. There was only one, and now there are 19. And you look at the back half of that list, and I mean, Jeremy Teal, who podiumed in 2008, Josh Everett, who podiumed twice in 7 and 8, James Fitzgerald, who won the very first CrossFit Games, OPT, and then Chris Spieler. What do you want to say about Chris? But big field, old school dudes, names you would recognize even to this day. If I don't know about the like passive fan, but I think the casual fan even knows 3 or 4 of these dudes.
This is basically like a coffee table CrossFit book right here.
Yeah.
Like
like Connor Banks won the total and squatted like 600 pounds, and that's how he won the total.
Right. That'll do it.
Right.
Usually it's the deadlift that'll win you the total, but with a 600-pound back squat, that'll do it. That'll do it. All right. 2008. Andrew Schwartz, Brad Posnowski, Braden Lutz, Darren Roston, Lance Mosley, Justin Riley, Josh Wagner, which is Tanya Wagner's husband, who won the CrossFit Games in 2009, Joe Weigel, Jordan Holland, shout out to Jordan, Jeremy Tincher, Jason Boag, Dave Lipson, Dutch Lowry, Eric O'Connor, Mike Giardino, or Mike G, for those of you guys that know Mike, Pat Barber, Jeremy Kinnick, Pat Burke, Matt Chan, Jason Kalipa. 22 athletes in this field for 2008. Average career of 2.9 years. Average finish place of 27.4. Again, as you get deeper into this, I mean, Kalipa, Chan, Kalipa won this year. Chan eventually podiumed in 2012. Pat Burke was Pat Burke, all I think of that guy is like iron grip and abs.
Totally.
Pat Burke. Jeremy Kinnick, obviously, he'd been to the games. Pat Barber, some individual success early, and then what he did with the teams. Mike G's. Mike's still, like, you're talking about OGs of just like pure CrossFit in the community. Like Mike G is at the top of that list.
My fondest memory of Pat Barber, other than gaming the games, I don't know. I don't think that was not this year, but whenever he gamed those events at the end. But when it's an old YouTube video, they're at some camp, a bunch of the games people are at the camp, and he looks at Rich and he goes, "Hey, I'm pretty good at rope climbs. Let me do these last 3 rope climbs." Y'all know the video I'm talking about? And they are behind this other team. Like, they just did teams and then did a chipper and went.
Is this the again faster Rogue? Like the Tahoe throwdown?
It's something like that. I don't think it's the Tahoe throwdown, but it's something like that. Just one of them old YouTube videos where they're all going against each other. And this girl, they had a girl going last. The other team, I think Miko Salo's team, had a girl going last and doing 3 rope climbs at the end. And she has 2 rope climbs done. I think it was Annie, somebody really good. And then Pat Barber did 3 rope climbs in the time it took her to do 1 more rope climb. Like, it was the fastest 3 rope. He basically just did 3 legless, but it was the fastest 3 rope climbs I have ever seen. I'll try to go back and find it and text it in the group. But I've never forgotten that YouTube video. I think, and it's.
Dude, those are old YouTube videos.
Well, and he looked like such a little kid back then. He's got his beard now and stuff, and he's a dad, and he's obviously much more.
He looked like Saxon Panchik a little bit.
He looked
like that kind of body, that body. You know what I'm talking about? That
yeah.
Like that teenage boy body. No offense, Saxon. You're amazing. But, you got a teenage boy body. It's
the lean rip body, right? Not like the weird gangly, I don't know how to use my body.
Yeah.
Right.
You have abs because you're skinny, not because you're
Oh, but man. I told you guys I don't think this is going to be easy the whole way through. Okay, let's go to 2009, which was my favorite year for the women. 2009, Brandon Pastoric, Danny Duprez, DJ Wickham, gotta remember DJ, Jeffrey Tedisco, Jerome Perryman, Michael Fitzgerald, Mo Kelsey, who podiumed this year, Rob Orlando, perhaps the greatest name in CrossFit Games history, Sven Bornson, Vic Zachary, Chris Hogan, Joey Warren, Blair Morrison, James Hobart, Miko Salo, Brandon Phillips, Kyle Kasperbauer, Tommy Hackenbrook, Spencer Hendel, Graham Holmberg, and Ben Smith.
Dang,
they had a really good women's rookie class too.
Yes, they did. 22 athletes in this field. It's the most athletes in any rookie class. Their average career was 3.3 years as a group, and their average finish place was 21.4 with 22 people in it. And I think the more you get, the harder it is to have a longevity career as a collective group and finishing place, because usually Like there's only a few spots for the good ones to have good finishing places. And that's how, I mean, on the second line, I mean, look at names like Mo Kelsey, who podiumed that year.
Won the snatch.
Yep.
Rob Orlando.
With like 245.
CrossFit's original strongman. Zach Forrest, who's a red shirt and owned an affiliate forever. Blair Morrison, who still, he owns like 5 affiliates now.
Yeah.
With CrossFit Anywhere.
Anywhere.
The tie-dye Ab King. And runs the Northern California Classic. James Hobart, 3 times individual, team champion with Mayhem. Miko Salo won the damn games his first year. Kyle Kasperbauer, podium in 2012 and then went team later. Tommy Hackenbrook, who podium, and then it was the first 2-time team champ ever with Hackspack. Spencer Hendel, perennial games athlete. Graham Holmberg wins the games in 2010, goes 6 times. Then you have Ben Smith.
I love Ben and Graham's career finishes because you see such a beautiful arc, and then they stayed in the game because they could, or they got fitter, but the field got fitter. That's what happened. But still, it's so beautiful to see, Graham started 19th and then he won, then he was 4th, and then he's 10th, 14th, 24th. Like, he's still good enough to make the games even though the field got better. And then Ben gets better all the way to 2015. Right. And then you see the field improving even more. And I think a lot of them, they stay their same fitness. Like, they hit a peak of fitness. Mm-hmm. And then it's very pretty to see them in the games that long, but you see their career finishes, how their fitness is, or how, does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
And the thing too is I could see their fitness level increasing, but the field talent increasing quicker in the depth there. Right, because
they're part of the field. They're a part of the field,
exactly.
And then they reach their peak, and then the field goes.
Yeah, it's just cool to see, and I love to see the longevity all the way from this.
Well,
group.
with Ben, I mean, he came in as a kid too. He was what, 18, 19? 19 when he first came in. So you look at his placing, and a lot of that has to do with how old he is as he's maturing through the sport. And then being able to hang on the way he did like that, the way he's still, I mean, look at those numbers. Those numbers are great.
Yeah. It's a big field. Real big field. All right. 2010. Short list. I did not make this list, but I did put my picture up there.
creative
ability right there.
I'm making the sheets. I will let everybody know. I did compete in 2010. I did not do great. I never went back.
Why is your name not on? Oh,
2 years.
I only made it once.
I got you.
I only made it once. And so when it was oh, that's a dumb rule, you eliminate the other rookies. I cut myself from this list.
No, I know it's a good rule. I love the high socks. This is a beautiful picture of you, Chase.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This was during Amanda, which was actually my best finish at the CrossFit Games. Okay, you got Gabe Subri 3 times at the games, Chad McKay 4 times, Austin Maliolo 5 times, Neil Maddox 6 times, and then Rich Froning.
I'm sad that Rich is in this list.
Yeah.
He deserves a better rookie class.
He's got no shot. Rookie class.
He is the class.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. So wherever he ends up, he's going to be much, much lower than I think he should be.
100%.
With the number, the names, and what they have here, but their stats are really good. 4.6 years is the average.
Because of Rich.
Right. And we mentioned that with the 2009 group, right? And then their average finish place, 17.1. Obviously, less athletes with Rich in there. That definitely helps a lot. But the numbers are the numbers, and we keep them as they are. But yes, that's 2010, and goodbye to me, because as I shift to the next slide, I never made it back. Class of 2011, Daniel Hershey, Jeremy Meredith, Philip Neat, Chase Daniels, Nick Urankar, Nate Schrader, Miko Orompa, John Pera, who is probably one of the most jacked people I have ever seen in my entire life. Huge. And he's a sheriff.
Yeah.
That dude, you just if you just stood next to him, your testosterone levels would increase.
Won the snatch ladder in 2015. Nobody was watching him. He just walked from bar to bar. People are getting knocked out. People are missing lifts, and he's just
I guess himself out. And John
I guess I'll waddle over here and snatch this other one. And then he ended up winning it.
You have then Asia Bartow, Ben Stoneberg, Dan Tominski, Dan Bailey, Albert Dominique LaRouche, Lucas Parker. I didn't know Lucas Parker went to the game 6 times.
Yeah. He just hung
Josh
out. He just hung out.
Bridges and Rob Forte. 16 athletes in this class. Average career length for the class was 3.8 years, and average finish place was 23.2. And
who's under Lucas Parker?
Lucas Parker, Josh Bridges.
That's important.
Oh, yeah, I guess my name's in the way. I should fix that. This is a great class. And I forgot who was in it until I see it.
I don't think it's better than 2009.
Not better than 2009 yet.
But it's a solid middle ground.
It's a solid
team, you know?
second place.
This is a class that is going to cause us problems in that tier 2-3 argument, I think.
I mean, I put a class like this above Rich's.
Yeah?
Yeah, because that's
yeah,
Rich,
I know, you're
that's
doing
Rich
that, but
versus
it's
5
just
people.
Rich and then
No,
nobody.
I know. Listen, I get it, right? All right, 2012. David Levy, Justin Allen, Kevin Simmons, Marcus Hendren. No, Marcus only went to the games twice.
Crazy.
Brandon Swan, Kenny Leverich, Frederick Agidius, and Scott Panchek. 8 athletes, average career is 3.5 years, average finish place for the class 23.9.
I put Rich's class over this one.
Because you're putting Rich against Scott.
No, I'm putting Rich against all these guys. Like, I think.
I mean, Rich against
what
all these guys will usually be the.
What I'm saying is that this class right here is Scott Panchik.
Right, but
The
it's
other
got
one
more
is just
people.
Rich.
It's got more people, and I mean, I would
Yeah.
argue Marcus Hendren's the best second person.
Right, and that's just weird to see him with 2.
Twice so. Right. That's what I mean. I don't even see I see Rich's way over this one because to me, I'm looking at this and I see it's virtually Rich versus Scott.
I mean, every class usually
I
has
agree
a
with you.
diamond athlete where some maybe have a few extra, right? They might have a what is it called around it? A halo? What is when you
Halo
get like
effect?
an engagement ring? A cushion?
Okay.
But yeah, look at the satellite events after him. All right, 2013. Alex Nettie, Gary Helmick, Jordan Troyan,
Trash of a class.
Marcus Philly, Tyson Takasaki, Roy Gamboa, and Travis Mayer.
Next, that might be the worst one.
Wow, yeah.
8 athletes, average career 3.6 years, average finish place was 23rd. All right. Boys, ready for this one? I think we have the 2015 version of the women right here. 2014.
Oh, wow.
Craig Kenny, Eric Carmody, Jordan Cook, Cody Anderson, Jacob Hepner, Con Porter, Lucas Hogberg, Will Morad, Yonakoski, 9 years, Cole Sager, 10 years going on 11, Noah Olson, 10 years, BKG, 10 years going on 11, and Matt Fraser.
Yeah.
13 athletes.
There's your winner.
That's wild. Yeah.
There's your
13
winner.
athletes in this class. The highest career average of 5.9 with 13 athletes, where the other one was like 4.2 in second place. They are a year and a half more on average as a class and have the second best average finish for the class at 14.1.
That's so crazy. That's so solid.
Dude, it's like every name. I would say Cody Anderson down is.
Craig Kenny was a stud. Eric Carmody did his thing.
Craig Kenny could strict press, and that was it. Don't.
Hey, don't be joshing his mustache now, dude. He's got,
He had a
he's got a
beautiful
powerful
mustache.
mustache. Actually, him and Cody Anderson.
I'll take John Para over Craig Kenny any day. Like, I just kind of put those types of people in the same box. You know.
Well, okay. How about this? Cody Anderson down. Like, it is stacked.
It's
100%.
murderer's row.
Unbelievable. And what I really like here is this is the same thing we saw just as fans. Is when you look at stages or a timeline of the games as far as competitive athletes or the evolution of the sport, you look at 2007, 2008, you're like, all right, the birthplace of the sport. And everybody looks at 2009, even men and women, and especially when you look at the programming, is when the games became the games for real.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this time frame when we moved to Carson, where the sport became more professional, or athletes were taking this much more seriously, is like we're focusing all on time to be competitive. 2014 is when the modern era absolutely takes off. And it's clear as day with the rookie class that walks in here.
I think 2014 is probably the first time where I thought that it is the fittest person in the world.
Really?
Like, I know they claimed it. But like,
you just mean
up to this point. Up to this point.
No, so 2013.
Like you got
obviously like Rich was probably the fittest man in the world, right? But I don't think Sam Briggs was. You know what I mean? Like if the whole entire world, we just take everybody. She's the best at CrossFit. She won the CrossFit Games. But like, I think 2014 and up, like from now on, I do think like these are the fittest people in the world. It's so like if a stranger
confronts you in the street, is like, you don't find the fittest. This is the year we're like, yes, we absolutely do.
Yeah. There's nobody that can do what these people do. Yeah.
All right.
Like that was the year where I think the field as a whole, guys and girls, took a jump in fitness. I know they're like evolved, but like just like 2015 and up, it felt like it was just different. Like, they're doing a lot of different stuff now. Like,
oddly enough, this is one of my all-time favorite years of programming at the games.
Me too. To
this day.
And Camille won. Like it's a one-off year for her that she like randomly won. I'm not saying Camille's not fit, but you know what I mean? Right. It's not like she ran away with it. It wasn't like a Catherine or a Tia.
Right. 2014 is what I hope in the 20th year of the CrossFit Games, they just repeat every event.
I like 2014.
You want them to do this one? This redo 2014?
Like, don't even change it. Because look, we've said this before, right? We have benchmark workouts all the time to test how far we've come. How cool would it be in the 20? Maybe people don't think this is cool. I think
benchmark games.
Cool. A benchmark games. The 20th year of the CrossFit Games, we just bring back 2014. Or you pick games events from past years and make it into a CrossFit Games, and they're just all benchmark, no changing of the events. Just
I like that idea.
15 events. And at that time, actually, this is a show we're going to do, Bill.
The how we program using just the named events.
We're going to program a CrossFit Games using only past events, but you can only use one event per year. So you can't come to 2014 and pick 6 of them.
That's fine.
You have to pick only one.
So you got to pick the right long ones,
right,
or the right short ones. Like you can't just.
This is the puzzle pieces.
Some are more known than others, right?
Exactly. But even that was like, I love Muscle Up Biathlon, and then you just realize you wiped out 50 other events you could pick from.
Right.
So, but then, you had 30 ring muscle ups for time. The standard.
Gone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Amanda 45. Those are all gone.
Yeah.
All right.
That's probably my favorite one, Amanda 45, the 2017 version.
That was a good one.
As far as a muscle up workout goes, muscle up biathlon is probably my second favorite.
Yeah. I like muscle up biathlon just for the uniqueness of it.
I think the athletes made that too because everybody thought they could go unbroken and really only 3 of them could.
Do you think, real fast before we go on to the next one, do you think that event was cooler? Because Chase, you always say this, that event at that time was the first point where we became a sport because we booed.
We became fans.
Right.
Of the no reps on
Do you think that is kind of sticking to that event, kind of like strong the sled pull one? God, I can't remember the name
for
of that
me
one.
No, yes, that was cool. I don't think so. Like one of my favorite events ever programmed is push pull,
right?
But a lot of the reason why I love the event is because of what came with that.
Right.
Just the British running race.
Grassroots programming. It's it's handstand push-ups and sled pulls. It's not a jaw-dropping event. However, how it all unfolded and with that sways the way I look at that event. For the Muscle Up Biathlon, I love like the format they used we'd never seen before, like a biathlon. I think Muscle Up Biathlon was previewed or teased, like the event name, and then everybody tried to guess of what it could look like. I think that was the way it did. And I just loved it. It was just so fresh, so new. A lot of events here. in this year. 21-15-9 complex, clean speed ladder.
Triple three.
There are triple threes. There are formats that were programmed in this that absolutely opened the doors to whole new worlds of the way you could program events.
Yeah.
All right, get off track.
No, it's good. This is what we're doing.
2015. I like how we go like high and then really low.
Gosh. What is,
Hey,
So,
why is Alethea
when
Boone
did
in here?
Alethea get in
What
there?
is this?
That was a mistake. That was a mistake. 2015.
Trying to boost the class a little bit. They're like, this class is so bad.
Yeah,
I gotta throw something in there.
Who was Alethea Boone supposed to be? Oh, no, there's only 4. Okay. There's only 4. Alethea Boone is just not supposed to be in there at all. Disregard Alethea Boone's name. I figured I was, hey, man, I got 8 years in before I had my first mistake. Okay. Easy Muhammad, Travis Williams, Alex Anderson, and Alex Vigneault. 4 athletes, average career of 3.8, average finish place of 18.9. This
All
might be
great
on our
guys.
short list.
All great guys.
All fit.
Great heart.
Alex
Anderson, beautiful man.
Yeah, but the prettiest man in CrossFit.
But look what they had to deal with that class before that, though.
Right.
I wonder if that's why there's nobody on this list, because they
couldn't get past them.
they couldn't get past that last
2014
class.
got mopped up all these 10 different people.
Well,
And
and
there was a
then
big
the other
group up there
thing,
too. Wasn't like 4 guys. It was a lot.
right, they were all coming back. But the one thing I remember 2015 is the programming took a massive jump in just like difficulty. Like people got wrecked in 2015.
I think 2015 was the hardest program year in all of the games.
Yeah. And I remember watching when they
As
announced
far as the
final.
beatdown goes, not like
Yeah.
like skill level, but the beatdown.
Right. And when they announced the final, because everyone's hands were trashed, biceps were trashed from everything, like, oh, we're doing pegboards. And I can't remember who I told this in the booth while we were broadcasting. I was watching individuals at the time. I was doing teams. But I turn and go, right now, there's a lot of rookies thinking they never want to come back and do this again. And proof is in the pudding right there. Only 4 came back from this class. I think it's the smallest return class we've ever had.
All 4 of them.
All 4 of them. 2016. I didn't even know this guy.
Solid class.
Mitchell Cinnamon, Zach Carcetti, Rasmus Anderson, Zeke Grove.
That's got to be a different Mitchell Stevenson.
No, it's not. He's from Australia.
All right, I've never seen that.
No,
name
I had to double check. I was like, oh, is this a spelling error, Mitchell Stevenson? Nope. Mitchell Cinnamon. I don't remember you. You apparently you made it twice out of the Pacific region.
Dude, I feel like I would have remembered
I
that
know.
name.
Lucas Esslinger, Sean Sweeney, Logan Collins, Adrian Munweiler, James Newberry, Sam Quant, Brent Fikowski, and Pat Villner. 2016 is a solid class.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
12 athletes, average career of 4.3 years, and average finish place is 17.1, tied with 2010. I'm gonna remember that one. John, you making notes? 2017.
I am making notes.
We go up and we go up and then we go down.
Oh man, dude, I think this is the worst one
All right, 2017. Now here's a caveat.
so far.
I took Ricky Garrard off this list
Ooh, Ricky would have made it, man.
because he popped to get here. Well, he didn't pop at regionals, but clearly he was on it.
So he's not on a list then, because
He's not
22
even
was his
in.
first year back.
Ricky has only been to the games outside of this once.
Crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
Well, he had had a 4-year.
Right, Trey. He had a 4-year ban and then he fell off
hiatus.
a mountain bike.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. It just I feel like he's just always been around since this time, but it's just in conversation and not actual competition. All right, Paul Castillo, Street Horner, Jason Carroll, Alex Smith, Jason Smith, who tested positive later, and then Tim Paulson.
Next.
6 athletes, average career of 2.8 years, average finish place is 37.3. Now, that has to do with this class, some of them making it back in 2019. And Paul Castillo got 100th place and got cut. Street Horner didn't make the first cut. And Tim Paulson didn't make the first cut, which may argue that this could actually be the worst class because 3 of the people in this rookies didn't make the first cut in 2019.
This is my worst one so far.
Sorry, boys. All right, 2018. Dean Linder Layton, Royce Dunn, Elliott Simmons, Brandon Luckett, Willie George, Alexander Caron, and Saxon Panchek. 7 athletes. Average career length is 3 years. Average finish place is 21.5. It's maybe a 3. How many tiers do we have? 5 or 4? I think we have 5.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that this was Saxon's rookie year because it just doesn't feel like he's been around that long.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just a bunch of washed up guys.
Especially Brandon Luckett, right? Just kidding, Brandon. Good luck. All right, 2019. Alexander Ilin, Ant Haynes, Bronislav Alenkowicz, Augustine Raquelme, Guy Malheiros. I forgot that this was his rookie year in 2019. Baden Brown, Chandler Smith, Sam Cornway, Uldis Upanix, and Jeff Adler.
This is a solid list.
Solid list. 10 athletes, average career years of 3.4, average finish place of 25.5. But you have the most recent games champ in this. Smith has been solid. Obviously, Guy has made his own splash.
Dude, Adler's placements are just so pretty.
Yeah. 2019, 33rd, and then he goes 5th, 5th, 13th, 5th, 1st.
I love seeing the improvement year after year after year.
Yeah. That's been cool to see. All right, 2020, 4 athletes. David Sharunke, Roman
Krennikov. For me, guys.
I know.
That's Medeiros. Now, you were talking earlier about 2010, about being a short list, and this has the shortest list of 4, yet with Roman's first year that he got to actually compete, even though it was online. He didn't make the games in any of the ones to actually compete. Jay Crouch is just strongly improving. He looks better than he's ever been. And then you have Justin Medeiros. 4 athletes, average of 3.3 years. Average finish place for the group, being only 4, is 14.8, which is the second best average of all the classes. Now, this will be a tricky one when we start getting into the...
This is a tier 1, man.
I think this is a tier 1, but where
honestly,
we put those tiers, because
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
I don't know yet, but we'll talk about it.
We'll get there. But it's getting good. Class of 2021: Andre Uday, Yorgos Karavis, Colton Mertens, Heinrich Hapalainen, Jason Hopper, and Lazar Jukic. 6 athletes, average career of 2.7. Obviously, the average career will go down as we get closer towards the end. Average finish place of 26.3. We'll see how these guys do this year.
This is a solid list, too.
It's not bad. It's not bad. And then last, 2022, Arthur Semenoff, Cole Graysaber, Nick Matthew, Spencer Panchek, Moritz Feibig, and Dallin Pepper. 6 athletes again. Average is 2 years. They've all made it back from 2022 to 2023. Not all have made it to 2024. Average finish place of 28.1.
It's a way better picture of Brent than his Abercrombie pictures that always get tossed up there.
All right, here's our podium that we will build throughout the rest of this show. Now, before we get there, we are going to tier the groups. So we'll go 16th through 13th as tier 5. Then we'll go 3 more, 3 more, 3 more until we get to our final 3. Once we tier them, we'll rank them. So one's off the bat, 16, 15, 14. So we're going to pick 4.
Okay. I
I'm trying to remember.
2017 is the worst
17.
one.
That's Paulson's.
Yeah.
See, 2017.
2018 was Saxon, Crone, Willie, Georges, and Luckett. I think it's a nominee. 2013 is just Travis Mayer and Gamboa. I think that's going to be the second worst one. 2013.
2013. Let's see. 2013. What was 2013? Ooh, yeah.
Trash.
What's 12? Who's on 12 again?
I think 12.
2012 is Marcus Hendren, Leverage, and
Ooh.
Panchik.
What's
Yeah.
11 though?
Yeah, you probably
11
could say
solid.
2000. You
Well,
probably
we
could
still
say
have those
2000
bottom ones too. We still have
Yeah.
like 7.
I think
No,
2007 or 2012, honestly, for the next two.
I would say go 12 then 2007.
What?
Only because of
All right, what was another one we said? 2018.
2013.
I like 7 more than 18. I'll tell you that right now.
Really?
Yeah. Who on here has done anything worthwhile that 2007 crew did for CrossFit?
I mean, it's not fair because 2007 invented CrossFit. Like that's
Okay,
not.
but that's part of the conversation. It's just not just numbers.
I don't agree. I agree with you. I think 2013 and then
I'm putting
2018
2018 on.
and 2013. 2013 is bad.
2013.
And then we need one more name.
All right, what was 2013?
You just looked at this one.
Yeah, I did.
yeah, put that one on there.
And then you went on a soliloquy about how good 2007 was.
I'm not good. I'm just saying it was better than 18. All right, 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
19, 20.
you might put 22 up there.
Ooh. 22.
That would be
Come on. Go away.
It would be the last one of this, like the highest one of this tier for sure. 22.
Yeah. When I go down to the bottom, it hold please.
So notable name, it's just Dallin Pepper, Moritz Fiebig, Spencer Panchik, and Cole Graysaber.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll put 22 here.
I mean, you have Dallin, and he's probably the best one out of all.
Yeah,
of
he's
those
fit.
lists. But I agree with you. 2007 is iconic. Yeah, it's there for iconic reasons. I don't think it's a great list, but it's there for iconic reasons. I think it should be the first one in the next tier.
Okay. All right. So we have 17, 18, 13, and 22. Okay. So let's go to here. Now, how are we ranking these guys?
20, 21.
Well,
We got
17 should be the
17.
last one. 17 should be the last one. And then I think
18.
2013 should be after that.
2013. Oh, like last?
Yeah, 17 should be the last one.
17 is the very
for sure.
last one.
Oh, like here.
Yeah. And then I think 2013 should be after that. And then it's between 2018 and 2022. 18 and 22.
I'd say 18.
Yeah, 18
Yeah.
and then 22. I think
And then
that was
22.
that was easy for us.
I mean, it's not as easy as the women's were. But okay. Next tier. 12th, 11th, 10th. So the next 3.
I think you put Rich and Panchik years in this one. Because it's bad
man.
except those two.
10?
Do you put Rich at 10th?
Yeah.
And, and Scott behind him?
Yeah,
At 11th?
for sure.
So it's a 10,
and then we have one more.
12.
What about 2015?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Make that 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
put Alethia's in there.
Alethea Boone? No, I'm sorry. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Okay, here. Let's go 2015 and then 2007. And then Scott Panchik year, and then Rich can be the last one in the next.
Like
that's fair.
2, 3?
That's fair.
All right.
I like
because
that one.
Rich has earned
7,
not being the bottom 2 tiers.
15.
And he's done a lot. He's done a lot. If we're gonna put 7 up that high, Rich has done a lot for CrossFit.
Well, that's part of the conversation too, is what these athletes have done for the sport as a class, not just performance-based only.
You know what? I have to say that it's been cool watching Rich kind of mature because he wasn't very good at speaking like when he was the champ. But as he got older, he really began to be a lot more articulate about how he spoke about the methodologies of CrossFit and the sport and the community and all that kind of stuff, which was really cool to see because we really haven't seen that nearly as much as we would like to.
I'm putting, I think it's 15.
Yeah, I agree. 15, and then I'd go 7 and then Panchik.
Oh,
Dude, Scott Panchik's
As
done
we-
more
as
for
we
the
get-
sport than anybody on
Hey
that
man,
list.
I'm here with you, Chase. I'm
Ooh.
here with you, but those guys have done a lot, but they weren't the same athletes.
Okay.
And it's not like Panchik didn't do a lot. It's not like he was just an athlete.
No, Panchik has done more for. Yes, I agree. He's that last of the old guard, that
Right.
Philly owner, coach, community guy. All right. Scott. Yeah, I'll say Scott has earned a top 10 ranking.
All right. Now,
All right.
now it gets hard.
Okay. So here we are.
Didn't we get to this point? We went from the top down. With the girls?
Well, let's just figure it out first.
Okay.
Let's just,
All right. All right.
Okay. I'll start 8. I mean,
That's a
your
that's-
top names: Lipson, Lowry, O'Connor, Mike G, Pat Barber, Kinnick, Pat Burke, Matt Chan, Jason Khalipa. That's 8.
I think if you look at that last list there from Barber
I think 9
down,
is safe.
Yeah,
10,
here, do you want to go through
we
the? Do you
said
want to
10, right? 10 is going here.
Yeah, well, we've already 10's going there for
10's
sure. Let's
going
put
over.
10 in there. And then do you just want to mark off who's safe? It might be easier that way.
Well, that's what Bill's saying.
but it's cool, John. Well, we'll just work our way through it, John.
All right. Well, okay. Safe. 14 is safe.
14 safe.
14 safe.
Yeah, just
I
put it
think
at the top.
2009 is safe.
I know you do.
2009.
I
think
think,
it-
I think,
All right, ready?
I think
It's safe.
2016, 2020, and then 2009
20.
and 2014. Those
You think
four.
20?
All right. 26. 2009.
2009, and then
And I'm starting at Mo
what?
Kelsey, Rob Orlando. Sven Bornson didn't really do much. Vic Zachary. He only went twice, but he's big in the game. Zach Forrest has done a lot for CrossFit.
I wouldn't read that column when you're trying to vote. For
I understand, but
2009.
I'm not even to the good stuff, and we still have decent guys over here that I think match up as
Dude,
good.
decent in 2009 is the most irrelevant thing I've ever heard in my life.
Time out CrossFit in general, not just fitness level.
The winning snatch was 245.
Fair, I get it, but I'm saying the same thing, but so are you. Blair Moore, James Hobart, Miko Salo, Kyle Kasparow, Tommy Hackenbrook, Spencer Hindle, Graham Holberg, Ben Smith.
Yeah, I'm saying they're safe. I'm saying the top four,
got it.
top 4 ones I think are not in any order: 2009, 2014, and then 2016,
Okay.
and then
So I'll just get
2020,
these guys off the list.
and then 2020.
You said 2016?
2016 and 2020.
2016, 2020. Okay. We only have 3 in this one.
Well, I mean,
08.
now we can work on the 9th and the 7th. You see what I'm saying? Now we have
Yeah, I got
let's
you.
let's
I got
decide
you.
on these things.
You're
Or
right.
you put 2019 in the wrong. 2020.
Oh, sorry. Is 2019 coming back? Oop. Hold with me. 2020. Okay.
That's
We
6 to
got-
4th. Are you going to put 8? That's
Yeah, well,
Felipe's year.
I think Khalipa's year should be in the second tier.
6 to 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
2011.
2011.
That's Bridges and Bailey.
Ooh. I think that's second tier.
Bottom of the second tier.
Dude.
That's it. It's
Right?
Bridges and
That's
Bailey.
second
Bridges
tier?
and Bailey.
But then that's all. That's it.
A lot of good dudes. But Bridges and Bailey.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that 11?
That's 11.
Are you saying that's in 9th through 7th?
No, I'm saying 08. I'd put 08 above that.
Oh, got it. Got it. Yeah. I would
And
say
then I think 19 is in the 9th through 7th list.
19.
Guy and Adler.
Let's see in the.
It's got a lot of solid people, and I would put it.
21.
Ooh.
Oh man, I like 19 more than 21.
I don't. Yeah, I
Who's
think
on
so.
here?
So
Who's on
21,
here?
Hopper and Lazar are two top 10 games competitors now. And then
Right.
Colton Mertens is as iconic as Spieler is. In 10 years, we will talk about Colton Mertens.
Well, we're not 10 years yet.
But
so
I'm saying as far as iconic goes, that's that guy.
No.
I think
You got a
Mertens
champ.
is
You got
not
a champ
the
at 19.
What'd you say?
You have a champ at 19 though.
Yeah.
Open up 19 again.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Jeff Adler probably triumphs all that.
Guy,
I mean, Guy.
Never use Guy as an
Samuel,
argument
Cormier.
for
No,
this
I'm
ever.
not talking about games wise. I'm talking about just like
Taking 19 over.
crowd favorite type
Notable
of person. Yeah.
I mean, Adler overcomes all that. I agree. I put that in the 4th through 6th.
Okay. I'm putting them there.
And then
So we have
19.
11?
No, 19, not 21. You got them reversed.
Oh, sorry. 21.
And then not put 19.
19.
And then 11. That leaves the Bailey Bridges year.
Is that it?
And now we have to decide amongst these guys.
Well, we got to rank these, right? So we have 10, 11, 21. Is
Yep.
our
And I think we said Rich would be 9th.
let's see. 10, yes.
And then I think 11th should be the first team of this tier.
So 11,
And then
21.
21.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now we get to the big boys.
Now we now it gets fun. Okay. We have 08 and 19 here. 14 clear ahead. Now we're arguing where 09, 16, and 20 go.
8's above 19. I think.
8 and 19.
Yeah, they got them in the same list.
Yeah. Like 8 and 19 are 6 through 4. So one
Oh,
needs
no,
to
I
go
was
left.
talking about like once
One needs to go
yeah,
left.
yeah.
Basically, like we're looking at these three in the
I
middle.
think Vellner Fikowski year goes left. Medeiros Roman year goes right.
So then 9 goes right.
Oh, yeah. So no, okay. So
Yeah.
now it's between 09 and 16. Like I like the
All right,
Roman
20.
Justin year better than the Vellner Fikowski year is what I'm saying.
2020 is not better than 16.
Why?
Not even-
You got a 2-time champ in there though.
And you got a guy who's been 2nd and 3rd. So like everything that
Yeah,
Vellner
but you
has
have
done,
2 guys that have done the same thing more often.
but haven't won.
But that whole class is stacked. 3 dudes with 10 years.
You got Quant versus Crouch. I think that's just
Quant's better. Wendy's better.
I disagree. The inconsistency, I'd put those guys the same.
Second, fourth,
second in the
is on his
2020
resume.
years.
Okay,
Second was in the
fourth is on his
2020 years.
resume.
I
2 top
agree.
5
Fourth, you got a
finishes.
4th for sure.
2 of them.
I think Roman and Justin have had
You think Fikowski and Vellner aren't better than both of those guys
no.
for a career?
I no. 2016 should be over.
4th
right.
and 3rd.
I agree.
second
You
and
don't have to
third,
sell it anymore.
4th and 2nd.
You're right.
All right. God, that 16 class is just a bunch of
So put 16 over there.
Iron Men. All right, 16. And now you're arguing 9 and 20.
If you put 9 as 3rd place, they can be. I won't argue this.
I would put 9 as 3rd place.
All right, then you can
Over
put
those
that
two.
in 2020 over there.
Oh, 9.
I won't argue, I promise.
You see that? You like that compromise
That
there?
was
That's
good.
good.
That
Hey,
was
we
good.
did that. We did that last time. See, guys, this is how you have a good constructive conversation when you don't agree on all the points. Okay. All right. So we have our lineup. Now we got to rank them. So we have, sorry, let me click over. Do we have 19 over here?
Yeah, 19, 20,
19,
and then 08.
20. I'll put 20 as 4.
And then I would probably put 08.
08 5th or 6th?
Ooh, it's got Adler in there.
It does have Adler in there.
I think 08 is 6th then. I mean, it's just Adler triumphs anybody in 08. You got Khalipa
gotta-
versus Adler. And that's really it, man. You got a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of names, a bunch of memorable people, but they didn't really do a lot. I think Adler triumphs everybody on this.
I mean, they did a lot. Just, I get it. Okay. 08 6th. 19 top 5. And then while we're here, I would say 9, 16,
and then 14.
And then 14.
At least we definitely had, it's kind of funny that we had a clear winner on both sides.
Right? Ooh.
Man,
okay, now
the men for 2015 are really dragging that year down.
Your 2015 year for the women, man. It's just, it's, which is going to be fun when we put them all together. Okay, so before we get to the super ranking, we need to, let me see. Get rid of that. Superlatives. Okay, ranking, tiers. Rookie class superlatives. Most likely to succeed.
I think 2014.
14.
Okay. Hold on, I got to remember.
We have to do the same way we did the women's shit.
Is that what we did last time?
Yeah.
I know, I forgot that. Most changed, most athletic, best attitude, most unforgettable.
Well, here, let's go. Like, they're the most likely to succeed, like, because they won.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I'm hesitating is because the 16 rookie class's longevity is insane. And I don't know if that plays into
then that would be most likely to survive the Hunger Games.
Or quietly take over the world.
Actually, I think it's quietly take over the world. The Canadians.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so 16.
And they both think they're smarter than everybody. You know what I mean? Like I think so. Yeah, 14 is most likely to succeed.
Best attitude.
We're going to have to go through probably the last place team.
I did like how that worked in the women's side. The ones we just put at the very bottom actually had decent roles in this. Most athletic.
I would say 9.
9?
The reason I say 9 is because, one, there was a lot of them, and we weren't.
Dude, I would say 10. Rich and Neil.
Ooh.
Well, I just think because this class is so big of people that didn't know what we were doing.
I mean,
yet.
I think 09's best attitude, though. Think best attitude. They're all these guys are just kind of happy-go-lucky.
Down a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Rob,
he wasn't friendly with anybody.
You might be right, because Zach's super fun, Vic is super fun, Rob is fun when he watches weightlifting events. DJ Wickham was hilarious. Miko Salo is much cooler now.
And I mean, they're different
Tommy was hilarious. Tommy was, you know what?
All
yeah.
right, I agree with that.
And it's different types of people, but they're all kind of fun in their own way, though, I think.
Yeah. I like that.
So what's that?
Best attitude or life of the party?
Ooh. Dang it.
Hold on. Which one's Khan in? Khan can be life of the party.
He's going to solely take his whole rookie
Khan
class
was 14.
in.
Well, I mean, you
Dude,
can't.
Jacob Hebner's in there too.
That's okay. They have to be the most likely to succeed. It's okay. We'll find somebody else. That's the highest superlative you can have.
True.
So 09 for best attitude. Vince Smith ain't partying, guys.
That's true. What do you say? Life?
Yeah.
Best attitude, not life of the party?
Yeah, best attitude.
Best attitude.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good
most unforgettable, I would say
8?
Yeah.
Khalipa out of nowhere, every second counts.
I mean, Dave Lipson.
Yeah.
You got guys that that didn't do anything that their name.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Okay. Life of the party, most athletic, most changed.
Ooh. 15.
15?
Easy Muhammad, Travis Williams.
Ooh, Travis changed to fit and then back to not fit.
And Alethea Boone.
Olivia
changed sexist, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I'll put that one up there. What's another one? Let me look at 19.
No, this isn't most changed.
No. I was trying to think athletic, but
I think 2010 should be most athletic.
have we used them yet? Oh, we haven't used them yet. Yeah, Bill, I actually think that was a good call with Rich and Neil in there alone. 2010. Gabe.
Although, hey,
Gabe
I
is
can
athletic.
see
Chad. Well, Austin is not athletic.
I could see 2019 though. 2019, you got Gee, but
Right.
you also got Braun, and then you got Adler. Like all three very, very athletic people.
Yeah,
That's true.
but if I were to play
And then Chandler's in that list too.
Chandler is not athletic. He is a wrestler. There's
Like,
a
his
difference.
burpees look pretty athletic to me.
Burpees is not a sign of athleticism. Sports. That's the athleticism we're talking about. And I'll take Rich and Neil any day if we're playing sports. And Gabe. I've played sane football. with this dude.
Yeah, no, you're right. I would
And
take
Chad
those two
McKay.
way over Jeff Adler. If Jeff Adler hadn't played it for 18 years, he's probably sucks at sport, whatever sport that he played. Like if Jeff Adler's never shot, like I bet Jeff Adler doesn't know how to shoot a basketball. Like he's that type of guy that is like crazy fit but can't shoot a basketball.
Yeah. All right. We have Hunger Games most changed in life of the party.
I think
Don't
most
say
changed.
Where was Con?
He was in
Honestly,
2014.
Yeah, 14.
Dang.
I think most changed we do the Travis William year. What about 2013? When we look at them?
Let's see, 2013. Man, that was an
That was
athletic
bad.
bunch too. Dang it.
Yeah.
Gary Helmick was a
you got
baseball
football
player.
players in
Danny was a
there.
basketball player. Fisher was a baseball player. Philly was a soccer player. Takasaki was a football player. Roy was this is the most athletic one. Travis Mayer raced
Yeah.
dirt bikes and shit.
Yeah.
This
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Uh-oh. Okay. So we're taking 10 back. 13. That's
What
good.
about surviving the Hunger Games? I mean, Rich does all of his hunting stuff
Ooh, that's a good one.
with bow and arrow, even
Or most
because he's not quietly gonna.
I think 2011 should be surviving the Hunger Games. You got Josh Bridges.
2011. Urankar, Schrader. I mean, Schrader's
Lucas
military.
Parker lives in the
I think
wild.
Aropma, John Para.
He's got a gun.
Rob Forte lives in the outback. Like you got a lot of people that
Lucas
just
Parker, Josh Bridges, Rob. Ooh, yeah. That's pretty good.
a Navy SEAL, a cop, and 3 men who live in the country, but did way different parts. of the
Schrader
world.
was military.
Yeah.
Was Neat military? I can't remember.
No, he was fire.
Fire. Oh, well, still, that's a positive. Arompa, he's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Tominski was, wasn't he? Ex-military? I think he was. Yeah.
He was, and now he's fire.
Yeah. All right. What do we have them as? Surviving the Hunger Games?
Hunger Games.
That was 11?
Yeah. Can I look at 2022, please?
Absolutely. Let me bring that up here. 22. Oh, dang. It's the one I can't freaking click. All right. I have to go back. 22. Semenoff, Gray Saber, Matthew, Spencer Panchek, Moritz, Pepper.
Okay. I don't need to look at them. Anyway.
Yeah. Most change in life of the party. 2019.
We could say 2021 is most changed because Colton didn't make it. He's the only one who didn't make it. But he didn't make it.
Well, then that'd be least changed.
But it's Colton. We probably we probably could be 2007 just because. I mean, I bet they have changed the most.
I mean, they're
From
all doing
back then.
different things.
I mean, James Fitzgerald claims he doesn't do CrossFit.
True. Josh is still on seminar staff. Jeremy owns a bunch of affiliates. They're doing awesome. Edges is an owning affiliate. Breck Berry owns an affiliate. Spieler doesn't own an affiliate anymore, or he owns a gym, but it's not an affiliate anymore.
Used to have a good podcast and doesn't anymore. I mean, they've all changed for the worse.
Russ Green, Dale Sarin, Connor Martin. I think Brett's still in the game. Freddie's out in. Is he still out in Hawaii?
Hawaii, yeah.
Is he still a cop?
No, he's retired. He's just
Retired?
hanging out with his.
It's kind of a cop-out
Young wife.
answer, but they're all old.
I know. Yeah, it's like, oh, the oldest class.
I'm
is the
just
most
saying they were
senior.
all like 30 years old, you know, mid or 30 to mid 30s. There wasn't a lot of young people doing at the games, and then
Who was 15?
you know they're all 50, all 50 plus. You know,
Yeah.
I like that one, dude. I like that one.
7?
Most change, yeah, for 7.
Oh, I feel bad. That's such an easy one now. I think about it, but
but we don't have like
We
an
need to get to the other
obvious.
part.
We don't have like an obvious one the way the
Yeah.
women where the women just everybody
hey,
dies.
life of the party.
Okay, let
Not
me see
10.
who we don't have. Okay,
12. Levy, Allen, Simmons, Hendren, Swan, Lever, Chagidius, Scott.
no, not 12.
I like you guys, but 15, no. 17. Street, Carroll, Smith, Jason.
No,
Okay. 18. Dunn, Simmons, Luckett, Georges, Carone, Saxon.
no. I'm gonna say 21.
21. Let's see. Oh. 21. Oh, that was 7. Sorry, guys. 21. Oh, I don't want that. I want to click this. Let me click 21. I have to go to a different page. I'll click this. Where's 21? Houdet, Caravis, Mertens, Hopper. Yeah,
I mean, Hopper will bring that up a little bit.
So
Oh, Lazar,
I think,
man.
I
Lazar's
think,
fun.
yeah. Lazar's fun. Hopper's fun. Colton's fun. Heinrich's supposed to be
He's
this
Finnish, but he seems pretty
European
cool.
party animal.
Yeah.
Um,
And by a Finn, that just means you have more than one drink at the party.
he does, yeah. And
Okay.
we don't have anybody obvious, and I know though all of those guys are fun guys.
Is it at 21?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that does it. All right. Now,
I wonder if any years got the same superlative.
ooh, I could look back at that. Let me see. Hold on. So, where is the women? I could pull it up. Let's see. Women. What do we have here? Present. No, I don't want that at all. Let's see.
So, have y'all done the Castro workout?
Which one?
The one
No.
who made in the Sevon podcast and called it
Oh,
Castro?
no, I haven't seen it yet.
I sent it to you guys.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Dude, it's gnarly.
Yeah.
One that you did?
Bill,
Yeah. No,
I
we
think,
designed it.
I think we're on crack with the 15 minutes upon doing it.
Okay.
I did not make it under 30 minutes.
All right, this is the women most likely to succeed, 15. For the dudes, it was 14. Did I share this tab? Yeah.
This is the women's.
Most changed,
Can you put them
21.
side by side, or is that too much?
Yeah, I won't be able to do that. Ours was 07. Most athletic was 13 for the men, 22 for the women. Best attitude was
No, I don't think any of them are the same.
9.
9. Unforgettable, 8 for the men. Life
Yeah,
of the party, 10. 21 for the dudes. Like to succeed is 11, 20. And then 16 was the take over the world.
Take over the world.
What was for the women?
So we
08.
have it right there. 08.
Oh, wait. Okay. Nope.
Katie Henniger.
Oh, that's right. Okay. This is our women's rankings. And I'm going to try to do something here. This might not work.
Stand by.
Stand by for a potential disaster. Here. Oh, I did it.
Oh, wow. Look at that, dude.
Look at that.
Dang.
So there are the men underneath. Okay. In 16th, you had 20th or class of 20 and 17. 15th, you had 7th and 13th, or class of 13. 14th, 08 for the women, 18 for the men. 13th, you had 13 for the women, 22 for the men. In 12th, you had 11 for the women, 15 for the men. And 11th, 17 for the women, 7 for the men. In 9th, 16 for the women, 10th for the men. In 8th, 21 and 21.
It's the only match.
So that's the only match. So in 8th place, they both have an 8. So the average, an 8.
Good job, Shades.
I talk out loud when I write. Sorry. In 7th, you had the class of 12 and the class of 11. The men had a 11th for the. Wait, sorry.
Who is the last one for the men?
So the men, for the men, it's 17. Okay. So for the women in 7th place is the class of 12. And then the men's class of 12 got 10th. So that's, what is it? 7, 12, 19, 8.5. Is that right?
Yeah, Chase. Do you guys just want to talk amongst it? I'll do the math real quick. I'm halfway through it.
Yeah. In 6th place, you had the class of 18 for the women and the class of 8 for the men. In 5th place, you had the class of 10 for the women and the class of 20 for the men. And so that is, the women got 5th for the class of 10. The men got 9th for the class of 10. So that's 14. So that's an average of 7 for 10. Class of 10. Oh, what's his name? What
Are you able to like line them up as you do this?
Ooh, no, I'm happy I even got this here. 4th place, class of 22 for the women, class of 20 for the men. 3rd place, class of 19 for the women, and the class of 09 for the men. The men's class of 19 is a 5th. So that's a 3rd and a 5th. So their average class finish for 19 is 4th. That's the best we have so far. In 2nd, for the women, you have the class of 09, and they got 3rd for the men. That's a 5.
That's
so that's
huge.
a 2.5 average for 09. In 1st place for the women, it's 15. 1st place for the men is 14. Year 15 for the men is 12th. So that's 13, so 6.5. That's actually
All right, I got them all if you want to.
You got them all?
Yep.
All right.
Where are we at?
We just
Top down.
rounded out all the way to the top.
Okay.
No, we got to go bottom up, right?
2007.
Do you have every year and what they averaged?
Yeah.
You got them in order? All right.
Yeah.
We got 16 classes to go through?
Yep.
Okay. We're going 16 to 1?
I was going to just start at 2007 and then go up to the 2022.
Oh, I thought you were going to rank them like.
We can do that. Yeah, we can do that.
Well,
there's
lay
a
out the
lot of
numbers.
ties. So 2013 and 2017, I have an average placement of 14th place. Those are your worst classes. They are tied together.
Okay.
2013 and 2017. Okay. And then next we have 2007 with an average placement of 13.
Okay.
And then we have a 3-way tie
Oh,
at an average placement of 10th with 2008, 2018, and 2020.
dang.
Let me know when you're ready, Bill.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. 2011 is next with a 9.5 placement, average placement, 9.5, 2011.
Okay.
And then we have a tie here as well. Or no, we don't. So 2012 is 8.5, and 2022 is also 8.5. So 2012, 2022, we have 8.5 average placement.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. And then we got
That's 9 so far. So what we have 7 more.
Yep. And then 2021 has an average placement of 8.
Wait, didn't you already say that?
We said
No,
8.5.
2022 is 8.5. 2021 is 8.
What was the one before that? I had 12 in 2022 or 8.5. What was the 9.5?
11.
11.
Oh, 11. Okay.
And then 2021 is 8th.
Okay.
And then 2010 has an average placement of 7. 2015 has an average placement of 6.5. These guys are really close. And then 2014 and 2016 are tied with an average placement of 5.5.
Oh,
Wow.
how many is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We have 2 left.
Oh, we have 2 left. So they tied for third.
Yeah, and then
14
20
and 16.
and these next 2 classes were far and above the best one because they were really close together. Now there's a little bit of a gap. 2019 with 4th with an average placement of 4, and 2009 has an average placement of 2.5.
Dang.
Wow.
2009.
How crazy. So the dawn of our true competitive CrossFit Games
Yeah.
is our overall highest ranking rookie class.
That's awesome.
That's actually like super like cool nostalgia wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that makes sense though, because theoretically it would be easier to do well when it's starting,
Yeah.
and then like because you have people that like won year after year after year until it outgrew them, and then once it outgrew them, it was very difficult to do well
Wow.
out the gate. Does that make sense?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. I get
John, what was the average finish for 13 and 17 again?
13 and 17 were 14th place.
And then 17, or sorry, what was the next one after that?
14th, an average of 14th. The next one was 2007 with 13th average place.
Got it.
But it's okay. The point that you're making, though, John, it's crazy because if the highest scoring ranking class is 2009, I mean, far and above everybody. And then the 2 years prior to that, where you could have had the length of time, you could have had, we're all figuring it out. We know that there aren't that many people that are in the sport yet. Those are like bottom 3 places.
You know what that also was? It was the first year you had to qualify for the CrossFit Games.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
That's
Yeah,
true.
and I tell you what's more funny, and then I think this gives credit to that 2009 class, is that it won by over 1 placement. So even if we went with my ranking and placed them second and not first, or fourth and not third, they would have still been the best rookie class.
Yeah.
Dang, that's actually a good point. Because we did,
like if you're biased, you take your bias and my unbiased. Even with the unbiased one, who's always going to root for the whatever's the fittest, right? 2009 would still
which would be technically your bias.
Right. But I'm saying, I'm saying it's on the opposite end of what you got. Like, you guys wanted, it would still be the best rookie class.
Dang.
Which makes it, which I think gives it even more credit.
You know what that was also? It was the arrival of Europe too.
Very true.
Yeah, that's when,
Miko Salo, Annie Thorsdottir.
Miko and Annie.
I mean, that's huge. That's so big.
Yeah, it went worldwide for the first time.
All right, so 2009. So let's check out this class. This is the men's class before we wrap things up here. 22 athletes, the most of any male class for the rookies. And I'll read the whole class again. Brandon Pastoric. I mean, I remember that guy.
Totally.
Danny Duprez, DJ Wickham.
That guy pissed me off because he was 42, and I wanted to be the oldest qualifier to the game, and that fucker beat me to it.
Oh,
out of Africa.
Great.
I was pissed.
Jeffrey Tedisco, Jerome Perryman. I remember Jerome. I competed against Jerome. Michael Fitzgerald. Mo Kelsey, podium that year. Rob Orlando, strongman. Sven Bornson, who won Pendleton and then went to the hospital or something like that. Vic Zachary, Zach Forrest, Chris Hogan, Joey Warren, Blair Morrison, James Hobart, Miko Salo, Brandon Phillips, Kyle Kasperbauer, Tommy Hackenbrook, Spencer Hendel, Graham Holmberg, and Ben Smith.
God, dude, that's just such a huge list.
Now, on the women's side, Lauren DeMarco, Stacy Kroon, Lauren Plumet, Heather Bergeron, Candace Hester, Katie Hogan, Carrie Kepler, Lindsay Smith, Val Vobrel, Christy Phillips, Kristen Clever, Stacy Tovar, and Annie Thorisdottir. When you read all those names out, I feel, I mean, not that I felt good about 09, but like, dude.
Let's for fun, let's read all of 2019. Just
all right, let's read 2019. Okay. Yeah. This is the one where I didn't do everything, so I have to skip over to 2019. Go to the 2019 women. 2019 women: Amelia Lampinen, Shahad Boudebs, Brooke Haas, Melina Rodriguez, Fee Sagafi, Michelle Morand, Caroline Prevost, Emma Tall, Jacqueline Dahlstrom, Emily Rolfe, Danny Spiegel, Emma McQuaid, Karin Freyova, Danielle Brandon, Haley Adams, and Gabby Magawa.
Man,
that was a 2019.
The men's class really pulled 2019 down then. 2019
class for the men. I'll bring this up here. Alexander Eileen, Ant Haynes, Bronislav Alenkowitz, Augustine Raquelme, Guy Malheros, Baden Brown, Chandler Smith, Sam Cornway, Oldest Upanix, Jeffrey Adler. I feel even better reading all those names out against each other.
No, I do too. I think you see a mid-level men's field and a great top-tier women's field and a mid-level men's field. And then 2009 for the women, I think is a above average women's field and a great men's field.
Yeah.
That was cool to see that.
Oh, it is done. All right, congratulations, 2009.
Dude, I'm telling you, greatest CrossFit coffee table book. That whole list.
Yeah.
That whole list.
The bios on those people that you could write at length and what they've done outside of the sport too is extensive.
Yeah.
Which is part of how I looked at it for sure. But that was great. John, I couldn't think of a better guy to have on here to offset Bill and I's old manness.
Thank you. But, I'm actually really happy that 2009 would have ended up on top with my rankings too.
Yeah, that's the best point you made because I feel, we did all right, I'll give you this if I can get that. We did a few of those, but even if I gave, we conceded.
If I made it, 2009 would have been on top, which I think is great.
I think it's great too. That was awesome.
Nice shirt, by the way, too, dude.
Thank you.
Talking about old school right there.
You gotta represent.
Yeah,
right.
You gotta respect who you're coming on with.
That's right.
I try to do that when I get on.
I'm representing, the good old
America.
America.
Have you seen the new baseball chant? You see it in Major League Baseball?
Yeah, I've not seen that.
You haven't seen that?
That is so hilarious.
Yeah, bro.
Great. They take a hit or they run the bases and they're like,
because you've seen I've seen antlers, I've seen the hand signs, and now it's cover the right ear, hold up the left.
I think that should be the new get with the program, or not the Jeopardy sign. I think that should be the new Jeopardy sign. If you can't do it,
it's the only one Casey Ackery can do.
Yeah, if you have trouble with it, I can't help you. That's just
Casey Ackery. If Casey's listening, Casey Ackery. That's really funny.
Yeah,
that is funny.
Yeah. Just peel back that curtain. It's like, oh, this show took a turn. I'm like, not really. It's been here the whole time. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us, John. Appreciate you very much. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
On the news. Oh, do you guys have a due date yet? Have you shared that?
Yes. Yeah. January 19th.
All right.
Wow.
Hey,
yeah.
Listen. If she holds on for a couple weeks, she'll be a February baby with mine.
Yeah, well, I don't think she's going to do that.
Well, that was great. Thank you guys for joining us. It's good to be back. We'll see you guys Wednesday, 10:30 Pacific, 12:30 Central, and we start predicting the programming of the little tips and tricks and breadcrumbs Dave Castro's laid out there for us. And then CrossFit Jeopardy will return on Friday. We might have John, we might not, who knows. But stay tuned to our Instagram. Thank you guys for watching the show. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a little thumbs up, and we'll see you guys as soon as I find the button that we usually leave on.